Whoa, okay, so I came across this term, zombie cells, and
Mm.
apparently they're being linked to type 2 diabetes.
Uh-huh. It's definitely an attention-grabbing phrase.
Right. It sounds like something out of a movie, but there's this product, Free Sugar Pro, that claims to target them. We really need to unpack this.
It's based on the idea of cellular senescence. These zombie cells are essentially older cells that stop dividing but hang around.
And they mess things up.
The claim is they can impair how insulin works, disrupting glucose metabolism. That's the connection Free Sugar Pro is making.
Okay, okay. And Free Sugar Pro itself is presented as like a natural formula.
Exactly. Natural blood sugar management. They talk about supporting healthy glucose levels, potentially helping with natural weight loss, boosting energy.
Yeah, mental clarity too. I saw that. Quite a list of potential benefits.
And they highlight it's plant-based, non-GMO, and gluten-free, which broadens its appeal.
So what's actually in it that's supposed to do all this? They mention specific things, right?
They do. Key ingredients mentioned are chromium, maca root, and GABA.
Chromium. I think I've heard of that in relation to blood sugar before.
Yes, chromium is often studied for its potential role in enhancing insulin activity. The idea here is that these ingredients work synergistically.
Synergistically.
Mm,
So together, they supposedly support overall metabolic health.
that's the claim,
Yeah.
the sort of targeted approach, focusing on the zombie cell angle they bring up, citing recent research from the University of Dusseldorf.
Right, the research mentioned.
Yeah.
That definitely makes you pause and go, what did they find? How could plants target these specific cells?
Well, the underlying biological concept senescence is real. These cells can release substances that cause inflammation and potentially reduce insulin sensitivity.
Ah, okay. So less sensitive to insulin means your body doesn't use glucose as well.
Precisely. That's a key issue in type 2 diabetes. So the product implies it can help improve that sensitivity by dealing with these problematic cells.
It's an intriguing mechanism they're proposing.
It is.
Yeah.
And you'd want to look very closely at that specific Dusseldorf research and how ingredients like maca root or GABA supposedly interact with senescent cells in this context. Their roles aren't typically framed that way.
Makes sense. And then you have the user reviews, those 5-star verified purchase ones. They always add another layer, even if you're, skeptical.
User experiences are always part of the picture, yeah. It's also interesting they list potential pros and cons, suggesting some balance, at least on the surface.
Which leads to the questions you, the listener, are probably thinking right now. Like, is this actually right for me?
Absolutely. What benefits could you realistically expect? How quickly might you see anything? These are critical.
And the practical stuff, too. How do you take it? What if it just doesn't work for you? Is there a guarantee?
And crucially, safety. What about side effects? What if you're already taking medication for diabetes or something else?
Oh, that interaction question is huge. Definitely something to talk to your doctor about.
Without question, any supplement, especially when you have existing health conditions or medications, needs that conversation first. It's non-negotiable.
Good point. They do mention it's gluten-free and okay for vegetarians and vegans.
Checking those boxes.
And they state no artificial additives, but they don't really touch pregnancy or breastfeeding safety, which usually means...
Which usually means consult your doctor, wisely so. That's standard advice for almost any supplement in those situations.
Right. So wrapping this part up, we've looked at Free Sugar Pro, and it's really a unique claim about tackling zombie cells for blood sugar.
Yeah, using that blend of natural ingredients like chromium, maca, and GABA.
And I guess the main takeaway for you listening is approach these kinds of claims with open eyes, but critical ones.
Definitely. The idea of natural solutions is always appealing, but you need to do your homework. Look into the claims, understand the ingredients.
And absolutely, positively talk to your healthcare provider. They know your situation, your health history.
Exactly. Personalized advice is key. Managing blood sugar is complex, and what works, or is safe, really varies from person to person. Don't rely solely on product information.
Couldn't agree more. Always get that professional input.